Today we are talking all about how to stop losing gunfights. What are some big things that you can do on Vondel to win more gunfights, get more kills, and die a little less? Now we've got a 30 kill solos win here that we're going to be breaking down. So obviously everything's a 1v1 fight. We're really going to be focusing on how I win my 1v1s. Starting off right here, I get the loadout crate. Little bit lucky. Biggest thing, two biggest things, guys. I got the Vel and the M13. Make sure you're using meta weapons here. We obviously want to fight with loadout guns as much as possible, but with that, make sure you're using meta weapons. You don't want to lose a gunfight simply because your gun does not kill as fast as your enemies. Now, probably the biggest thing we're going to be focusing on today, we've got the smoke trail, we've got the parachute guy flying in. Biggest thing we're going to be focusing on is acting on information. Getting a piece of information, acting on it quickly before it changes too much so that we can challenge confidently, we can anticipate and get that first shot, and that's going to allow us to win the gunfight. Now, another big thing, and I know we're going a little bit slower here early, we're going to get into a groove, but I really want to highlight this because a lot of you struggle. When I turn this corner, now notice two things. First, where's my first shot? That first shot is a chest shot, so we're already starting to mix in high damage areas. A lot of you guys hit, knee shots or stomach shots or something like that when you start off. But the second thing is, watch how I let the vertical recoil of the Vel take it to the guy's head, right? And that's what allows me to mix in headshots. A lot of you, if you were to watch back your gameplay, you actually have really good vertical recoil control. The problem is you're hitting a stomach shot and then you're controlling that vertical recoil and you hit all stomach shots. So start to kind of let that right stick go a little bit and allow the recoil to mix in that headshot. Now, what do? We play high ground, we get up top so that we catch that enemy, but also look at the information, guys. I can kind of see a bunch in mall. Notice this guy right here in the center of the screen, so I know there's multiple enemies here in mall with me. We're going to work our way around. Nothing really special here. This guy's low plates, just kind of putting the pressure on a little bit, able to easily get that kill. But notice we're going to immediately re-engage back in here to top mall. And this just gives us the information. Part of winning gunfights is definitely going to be playing your positioning. Now, this guy ends up top. And in this moment, guys, I'm very low health. I'm in a bad spot. This is another one that a lot of you struggle with that I really want you to work on. A lot of you in this moment, you start running to get away, and then once you're away, you put plates in. Instead, I'm going to put plates in immediately to get away. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone here. I'm putting plates in. I'm plating up as I'm moving to use that increased movement speed to get away. Now, what do? We immediately re-engage right back to the rooftop, right? So I know that this guy's still floating around here. I hear a bunch of shooting to my left side somewhere down below. So we're just going to play right back to the rooftop. We're going to take a slightly different angle here, try to see what I can find. Now, I didn't see that guy, but when it comes to winning or losing the gunfight, because I'm high ground, there's nothing this guy can do. We're just going to keep playing our high ground here, keep working our way around. I hear the fighting inside, but I'm just going to keep playing positioning. That is part of Warzone 2, is not putting ourselves in these situations where we have to get crazy with movement and, use movement to take less damage. It's just playing positioning. Fortunately, can't quite get that kill, but I'm going to focus on these guys down below. Now, because I don't have my full loadout here and I simply grab my loadout guns from the crate, I'm going to use the snapshot to my advantage. And once again, you're going to see kind of a situation here that a lot of you need to work on. This guy is right here. Really tough to see. Didn't quite catch him. Now, in this moment right here, do not keep challenging this. A lot of you guys keep challenging this, and that's why you lose the gunfight. Instead, I'm going to be a little bit unpredictable. We're going to play this way. We're going to throw the thermite in the corner. I tag him a little bit. So now at this point, we're about even. I'm going to center my crosshairs around the corner, probably a little bit low. I would have hoped they would have been a little bit higher, but now we're able to easily get that kill and notice the jump, right? So that's where work on not when you feel like you're going to lose a gunfight or you don't get off to a good jump on that guy, maybe he gets that first shot, work on disengaging before you go down, and then you can of course re-engage. You could plate up, you could play from a different angle, but it at least gives you a better chance. That's going to be a big one that you guys need to focus on, is not going down and understanding when you're going to lose a gunfight. Now let's go ahead and push this forward here. Nothing's really going to happen. We're just playing our high ground, can't really see anything, not really sure if anybody's around here, so what do? And by the way, when I push it forward, it's about 10 seconds. So just so you know, about 25 seconds has gone by. We're going to see this enemy. Now, why do we live ping? Guys, the live ping is one that a lot of you guys need to work on because it allows me to track this guy. Look, I can see exactly where he's going to. Now, what you're going to notice here is the centering around the corner. Watch the strafing and watch the jump, right? Just a little bit of movement. I've always said aim allows you to win gunfights. Movement allows you to take less damage. You're going to see me strafe to the left here, which also increases aim assist. There's the strafe to the left, but more importantly, the jump strafe to the right. And guys, that's very easy to do. You're simply strafing and you throw in a jump while you're doing it. 5 kills thus far. Obviously off to a good pace. Now watch this decision. We mount up. That guy does go down. I'm not going to go push out of my way to go get that kill. I'm going to pop a UAV. I want to be in the action here. We're going to throw that loadout. Why do we throw that loadout? That is a safety net. We're going to get free loadout as well, guys. So remember what I told you earlier. We always want to fight with loadout guns as much as possible. So I've got the extra cash. Like, I bought a UAV. I can throw loadout down. And then now I have 2 loadouts up. A little bit harder to do in duos, trios, and quads, but much easier to do in solos. Now, in this moment, we've got one down below me right here. And look, going back to where we started, information, 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 every 2 to 3 seconds. So when we pop a UAV, guys, UAVs last about 25 seconds, and they ping every 2 to 3 seconds. So every 2 to 3 seconds, you're going to get an update on where an enemy has moved to, and we're going to use that to anticipate. So notice I push around to this left side here, 2 to 3 seconds. Now he's over to my right side. We go challenge. I do give up my high ground, but we center around the corner. We're able to get that kill. Now, what do you notice here? I want you to, a lot of you guys, I probably noticed these two. Watch this guy. Watch, a lot of you guys miss this one because you're not taking in as much information as possible. So we're going to reload. I'm thinking about these guys over here, but I'm looking at the minimap tracking, and all of a sudden I see this guy on my level every 2 to 3 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and challenge this one right here. Let's go ahead. We re-engage around the corner. We have the break, and that's the advantage, right? So a lot of what we're doing to win gunfights is giving ourselves an advantage, and then from there, we keep the pressure on. 7 kills early game here. Notice 1 flying in that way, so what do? We go ahead and pop UAV here in a second, but where did I see that guy? I only saw this guy because I know people are going to be like, well, Joe, how'd you know he was there? You have wall hacks. No, what I was going to do is play my high ground. I was going to dolphin dive across here and get across so that I can shoot down on them playing high ground and happen to catch this guy out of my peripheral, kind of playing this jump spot. We're able to easily get that kill. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to replate. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to pop UAV. Now, once again, guys, when we talk about UAVs, watch. Notice this guy, right? Notice him right here on the minimap. You see him. Watch what happens. A lot of you guys missed this. I'm going to grab another UAV. I'm going to grab a 3rd UAV. And what happens? He's gone. Well, what happened? He's ghosted. So a lot of you guys miss the fact that he's ghosted, and then as you're going to push somebody else, he kills you, and you're like, well, this guy wasn't on minimap. Well, he actually was. By the way, look at the drop shot right there. Drop below a few bullets. We're able to win that gunfight. So that's where, like, when you pop that UAV, immediately take a look, because you're going to get 1 ping out of it, and we also know that UAVs are sometimes broken. You're going to get 1 good ping out of it. By the way, guys, real quick, as we're jumping into this next fight, if you are looking to get better, make sure you are subscribed down below. My whole goal is just to help you improve a little bit later on in the video, but hey, if you made it this far, you should be subscribed. Once again, guys, we're going to keep the pressure on. We see this guy pushing into this building right here. I don't know if he has a gun or not, but we're going to tag him just a little bit there. I know that he goes in this room, so we're going to break through. We're going to break him right there. And again, we know he pushes into this room, so we just keep the pressure on, right? Pressure on, pressure on, pressure on. Immediately working on this next guy right here. Not over looting. We got to keep, basically, when we have a UAV up, we want to get as much information as possible and get as many kills as possible. Now, once again, awareness. I hear enemy dropping into the AO, okay? So when I push up here, I'm going to see this guy, but this guy has a gun, and I hear a parachute pull. Awareness. You got to understand that this guy's not flying in from, not respawning in with guns. So when that happens, I go, there's another enemy right here. I kind of get caught because I try to go pop my UAV. We're going to re-challenge this, break the line of sight. We're going to mix in headshots right there. You can see it on the kill feed that we got the headshot, and we're going to go ahead, pop our UAV, and let's keep rocking and rolling, right? We still have UAVs available, so we're going to pop a UAV, 1 on my level, 2 on my level. Notice 2 on my level here. We're able to get that down, and the mistake that I make here is I end up dying here. I'm going to be totally honest with you, but I want to kind of talk you through this. I get this down. Now, it's solos, so like I kind of have to push across here to get this thirst. I have to, because he's just going to self-revive. So I go to push across and get caught completely out in the open. When we break down winning gunfights, guys, this guy is on a head glitch, right? So this guy's in a great spot right here. He's exactly where you want to be, and I'm completely out in the open. A lot of you guys lose gunfights because you don't keep track of your cover. I get caught in a little bit of a bad spot here, challenging to go get this thirst, but this is a spot that we learn from because you always need to be keeping track of your cover. Now, what do I do right here? Guys, in this moment, I've got 2 loadouts down. There's people over here. I'm not 100% sure. I've got 12 kills in second circle. I cannot be over aggressive here. Like, the one move that I can't make, and you're going to see me here, I'm going to speed this up, is I'm just chilling over here, guys. I'm just trying to get my timer back, because the one thing I can't do is be over aggressive and die here, because if I be over aggressive and die, I lose my 30 kill game. So respawn timer is active again. We're going to grab our loadout. We're going to grab UAV, and we immediately start pushing again. I've got everything that I need. I've got smokes. I've got throwing knives. I got my Vel. I've got my loadout. So I've got perks. Like, now we're in a good position here. Let's go ahead and act on this information up above. Multiple enemies up above here. One flying in that way, shooting straight across. That's when I catch the 21 Savage skin right here. Easy kill. Not even going to loot that guy. Not even going to worry about him. Immediately going to focus on enemy number 2. Now, what do you notice here? What do you guys miss? What do you miss on this UAV, right? So what is something that a lot of you miss? A lot of you miss this guy. This guy right here in this corner. So what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to work my way around. 29 bullets. We're going to challenge with the Vel. We end up taking damage. We get the down right there. But I've got to worry about this second enemy that's across, right? I can't go oversell for this thirst here. I know this guy is close. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to make a good play. He actually stole my kill right there, unfortunately. Now I'm going to go ahead and plate up. Now we can go ahead and challenge here. I got high alerted, so we got to trust our high alert. One of the best pieces of information you can use is high alert and using that to your advantage. You're going to see a re-challenge right here, guys. He throwing knifes me. He takes all of my plates. I'm low health. We break the line of sight. We break the line of sight. And when we think about re-challenging, guys, this is the spot we want to be. Catching this guy by surprise. You know, you're going to see it. We get throwing knifed. Unfortunate, I have no plates, so we're going to work our way down. We're going to work our way down. Now we re-challenge, and we're going to take advantage of the fast TTK, and that gives me everything that I need, right? So we got the tempered vest. We take our custom perk package back. We got another one chasing me here. So watch what I do. This is one of my favorite plays ever, and I'm going to encourage you guys to learn from this. We're just going to keep moving here. We're finally going to get to a spot where we can reload, and then we start shooting. Why? Because 99.9% of people are going to fall for that, and they're going to push right into you. Okay, so this is very easy right here. We're going to plate. We're going to know this guy's chasing at this point because he's shot. We're going to get away. We're going to reload. We're just going to keep moving here because I can't challenge him yet, right? Now I can get to the point where I can challenge him. He doesn't know where I went. We're going to bait him. We're going to bait him. Sure enough, he pushes. Pretty easy kill right there. 15 kills, by the way. Now what do we do, right? So we go right back to the rooftop here. I'm trying to speed this up just a little bit because I am pausing a bunch. We're going to speed this up. This is also one of my favorite plays right here. Watch how this plays out, guys. So we're going to play a slightly different angle. Not over challenging here, always keeping track of my cover. If I play this spot right here below my camera, I kind of put myself in a position where I can't get away if I need to. I'm kind of trapped in that corner. So I'm not over challenging yet. Not over challenging, trying to see what I can find. I see this guy. Now, think about this. Where is this guy going to push to? If you were that Black Noir skin, where are you going to push to? You're most likely going to push into the first door that you can find, right? You're going to push into the first building that you can find to get cover. So don't chase him here. Think ahead about where he is going to push to. I'm going to drop down, and we push into the first building that he can find. That's a pretty easy one. Even though he's full plated, I'm able to shoot him in the back. Now what do? We push right back to the rooftop. Guys, like I said, my whole goal is just to help you improve, especially going into MW3 and the next kind of series of Warzone, whatever that's going to be titled. I have no idea, but make sure you are subscribed down below. Now we see one flying in. We see shooting over to the left side here. Yep, so we're kind of in between, but notice our cover. Notice our cover here, so we're going to drop down. And what I mean by that is notice that I see this guy right here. Now, because I have cover, I drop down, and I can shoot at this guy. Even though I don't get the kill there, we can immediately go challenge this one. Now, when I drop down, that is not the same enemy that I just saw. So I'm still worried about that Black Noir skin that I saw flying in. We're going to break the line of sight, trying to think about where he might be. Now, I'm going to be quiet for a second. Somebody accused me of wall hacks in one of the shorts that or in my Vel 46 video that I did, and you can clearly hear his footsteps over that way. So that's what I was acting on right there. I was simply acting on his footsteps and centering around that corner, easily able to get the kill. Now, what do? Guys, what do you see the common theme here, right? We push back to the rooftop. We play our high ground. If I'm unsure about where people are, I'm going back to high ground. That's just execution with the M13. And we act on the smoke trail, right? Smoke trail down below. This guy just flew in. No idea where. We're going to use this to break our fall damage so we can keep moving a little bit quicker here. Not 100% sure where anybody is yet. Not 100% sure, so we're just going to keep working through. Footsteps. Shooting. Let's go act on shooting. right? So notice the information. It's a UAV, it's high alert, it's hearing teams fighting, it's footsteps. Like, all of those little things are what allow me to get some information, at which point I can start clearing different areas that I think people might be in, right? I'm just clearing this. I have no idea where this guy is. Clearing over top, right? Not 100% sure. Check the right side. I see shooting further back, right? You saw that shooting back at mall. Quick reload here. Still have no idea where anybody is. Enemy soldier incoming here. Now, what do we see? High alerted to the right. So now what do we act on? Well, now we act on high alert to the right side. Now I actually have a piece of concrete information to act on, which is high alert to my right side. Not 100% sure where he is, but I know he's over here. Down below, right? Because I heard the fighting. Now we're just going to get out of here. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of people around here, and we immediately start to re-engage. Look for an angle to shoot inside, right? We're going to play a little bit of positioning here, trying to find the angle. Can't quite see anybody, so we're going to work our way around this way. Inside that way, down, thirsted. Here one in the stairwell. So we anticipate around the corner. Pretty easy kill right there. Down, thirsted, and now this begins, guys. Respawn disabled. 21 kills, 29 other enemies left. This is where the stakes become a little bit higher, and we start to slow down. Now, I hear one around the corner. I heard him fly in, so what do? Center around the corner. Just a little bit of strafing there. Pretty easy kill. 22 kills, and that's just anticipation, guys. That is just anticipation. That is hearing an enemy flying in, having confidence that he's around the corner, and then acting on it. So the precision, use that to get a thirst if we need to. Not 100% sure where anybody is yet. Checking up top. High ground, guys. High ground, right? Information. Check around this side. We're able to easily get that kill right there. High alerted to the right side, right? So that's where we trust high alert. That's why high alert is so important here. Why? Because that gives me information. That's the information that I'm acting on. So going back to the theme of today of information, you can see that I'm always acting on something. And if I'm not acting on something, I'm playing high ground to get some information. If I really can't find something, which you're going to see in a second here, I'm going to go ahead and pop a UAV. Now, I want to talk about this. This is an important one. When I look at this guy, notice how he does not react, right? See how he doesn't react? So what does that tell me, right? So when I look at him here, when I look at him right there, he doesn't react. When I look at him right there, he doesn't really react. So what does that tell me? That tells me he doesn't have high alert, and as long as I can get over here, this is a pretty easy kill, right? That's why high alert is so important in my opinion. That's why I think high alert's better than quick fix. Once again, we get high alerted over this way, and that's one where if he has high alert, guys, you'll notice it immediately. You'll see it pretty quickly that he has high alert. In that case, you see that he didn't have high alert. Trying to think about what I want to do. What do we do here? Guys, we got 44K. So far, haven't really needed much. Haven't really needed UAVs much. But now we do, right? So now we're in a position where we do need them. So we're going to pop. We're going to pop. We're going to pop. There's our advanced UAV. Now we have 60 seconds of knowing where everybody is, right? 60 seconds of knowing where people are. So let's go ahead and work our way up. Now, I want you to keep an eye on the dot. That is the guy that is closest to me. Look at him, right? See which building he's on? Watch what happens right here. Notice that he's not on that building anymore. So now we center around the corner perfectly because I know he's on my building. We're able to catch that guy off guard, and we take half a plate of damage. Still more people around me, though. Everybody's on the other side of the map, but I'm worried about these guys around me right now. Worried about these guys around me. Up top, pretty easy kill because I get the advanced UAV. And notice the one thing with the advanced UAV that's great is it's not pinging, right? UAV pings every 2 to 3 seconds. This one right here is just straight. Like, I know where these people are at all times. Thinking about if I want to use it, I save it. Guys, don't just burn your precisions to burn them. Use your precision to force somebody off a rooftop, or use your precision to get a thirst on somebody that you down. Don't just call in precisions to get precisions. As I do that right here, why am I doing that? Because I'm forcing this guy off of this rooftop so that I can kind of cover myself and I don't get shot in the back as I'm pushing up to go challenge this guy. Now, thankfully, this guy actually throws that buy station. So what do? We push right back to the rooftop here, and we're going to go ahead and hit the buy station. We buy a durable, we buy a self, we buy a UE, we buy a UE, we buy a UE, and once again, we've got another 60 seconds of a full advanced UAV. Now, why did I stop here? For those of you that made it this far, you're about to get some really good insight. So why did I not pop this third UAV immediately? Because what I wanted is this ping right here to understand what level, to get a sense of what levels people were on. Like, are these people on the same level as me? Are they not? Now I'm going to go ahead and pop the advanced UAV. You're going to see me just kind of clear this building here. Clear in that corner, not there, right? This is the downside of the advanced is I don't get the level, so a little bit tougher. And then we're going to end up, this guy's going to end up dropping down on me here. Going to end up dropping down right to my right side here. We're able to execute high damage areas. We hit headshots. Still have one above, mortar strike above. So we're going to go ahead and, again, push this forward here. Still worried about this one above me. Now, I'm pretty confident that he is all the way on the rooftop. It's not until I hear him take the zip down below me that I end up reacting, and I'm just able to get that first shot and get that kill. Now, what do we do from here, guys? This gets really dicey. This end game goes on for a while. I'm waiting. I don't want to rotate too early. I know where these guys are, right? I know where these guys are because of this advanced UAV. So I know one's here, and I know one's here. We're going to go ahead and push this forward. Now we're going to rotate. We're going to get our power position. Now, one flew across, so we're going to rotate all the way across here. We're going to play our spot right here. Now, I did not see that he ends up rotating far right. I actually just saw him for the first time. He plays gas as well. So what's going to end up happening is I'm just waiting for these guys, and I do not see that guy right in front of me. We throw smoke, right? Use the smoke to our advantage. We know the guy's still on top of the building this way. Yeah, I know he's still up there. He precision, so now I'm in a really bad position here. Now, I end up going down. Unfortunate. But they still got to get the thirst here, and they're going to end up fighting each other. So immediately what we do is we use the water to our advantage. I've still got durable. This is why you want to make sure you have a durable gas mask going into endgame here. I'm going to plate up. I'm going to use my gas mask here, and we're going to work right back into this fight. We're going to work right back in here. We're going to play our high ground. Now I'm in circle with cover. That guy has high alert, right? You can very clearly see that that guy has high alert. Live ping to track. Can't quite see him. I know he's got to push out of here. There's one right there. Can't quite get him. Unfortunate. There's one right there. Notice we're going to live ping here to track into the water, but I still can't quite get him. And by the way, 7 circle is the last circle here. Now, what's going to end up happening here, we're going to keep putting... I can't get this kill. I know he's in the water, and I'm going to try to stay out of the water for as long as possible. The moment that you get in the water, guys, you put yourself in a really bad position. So even though I eat gas right there, that's going to buy me time. Notice where I would have been. I can still play up top here, whereas if I was on the other side, I'd have to play into the water. And I have the advantage, don't get me wrong, because... look, he's in the water, so I know he's got to pop up at some point. It's just a matter of when. And it's like, where are you? Where are you? Come on. Like, I know you're here. I still can't quite see him. Finally, we're able to see him right here, and we're able to easily get that kill. There's kill number 30. So I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.